Hello, everybody. How's your Sunday going? Mine is going a little chaotically, because I forgot it was Sunday when I got up. So I was having a very lazy, sleepy Sunday, and then I realized it's my stream day, and I wanted to stream. So here I am. I hope everyone's doing okay today. We're going to struggle with some leaves again. And see how I do this time. I've continued to do research into how to do them well. I have another technique to try. Who knows if it'll work for me? We're gonna find out. So yeah. Continue the branch for a little bit. I should tilt this a little. Let's see how prepared I was. Hello, Gwen. How's it going? I'm here. Start today. Oops. Doing some maintenance today. Time for nail art. Excellent. Alright, let me see here. The instructions that I have for this pattern are, not useful anymore. Like, they tell me what to do, but not how to do it. And I know part of that is just, I'm a beginner and this is not a beginner pattern. That's fine. But I genuinely don't know what to do here. Like, I know I need 2 pairs. That's easy. And they go out to the leaf. here, and then come back. And if it was just a branch, I would know how to do that. But adding in the leaf kind of complicates it, like, a lot for me. And, we're gonna try some things. I have an idea how I can do it. And that idea is, we are currently looking at the reverse side of the bird. By which I mean, when the bird is done and all completed and taken off the pillow, it's meant to be displayed the other way around. So, I have to have the bird here. So this bird looked like this when I was making it. I made the feet first, and then I made the branch over the feet. All good. When I took it off the pillow, I meant to flip it the other way, so that now the feet are on top of the branch. And all my messy knots and everything are on the back. Cool. So I think that's what I have to do here. I think. I hope. I don't know for sure. It's a little... very uncharted territory for me. But we're gonna do it. So I need to turn this again. Sound reasoning. I hope so. Bobbin being a little longer than the others is going to drive me crazy. Like those paintings on glass where they show you the doofy drawings on the back before showing the actual art on the other side. Yes, exactly. I hope. Let's see if I can get this right here. Four more days and you're out of here. Cool, are you excited? Hello, Aqua. You're gonna lurk, starting a new knitting project today and can't set it down. Sounds good, Aqua. I hope it goes well. I dare say, this technique is working for me. You're nervous, you panic packing now, you hope you don't forget anything. That's fair, but remember that pretty much anything you forget you can probably buy a replacement for when you're there if you need to. But I have a feeling you're gonna be fine. Especially if you're in the panic packing stage, you're gonna pack, like, probably more than you think than you actually need, you know? much better than the first attempt 2 years ago. The yarn is also much better suited. Good. Yeah, this technique is really going better. Wow. You'll just panic at the disco. Aren't we all just panicking at the disco, really? I know I am. That was going pretty much perfectly, and then I messed it up. Trying to adjust my tension here. Alright, I think I recovered. Yeah, this one came out way better than all the other ones. So I think I found my winning technique. Yeah. I have a bobbin running away. I forgot that knot came undone. That's okay. Yeah, I'll adjust my camera in a second so you can actually, you know, see this beautiful leaf that I just made. But we definitely have the winning technique now. Wish I had known it sooner. Stick it in here. Alrighty. Look at that gorgeous leaf. Compared to my wonky leaves up here, that one is way, way better. I'm pretty happy with that. But that's the part about learning. It's true. It's true. Q stole us with the "That's a Mood," Gabriella. Alright, now I need to flip this upside down again so I can go back to the main branch. I think that's what I'm supposed to do here. This here. Whenever you learn something that would have made things easier before. Yeah. I need to adjust that pin so it's at a better angle. There we go. Press that down, and then we braid. Try not to get caught on the other pins. I'll go off to the side for now. Okay, so that goes there. That'll hide behind the leaf, I hope. And now I just need to sew down around little stem here. If I can cheat and do it this way. Hey, that kind of worked. Okay. We have a nice leaf on a nubbly stem. And we just need to weave it back into the rest of the branch. I think we have a success here. You almost ruined your friend's proposal yesterday, but you got it done and now they're engaged. Oh. Well, congratulations to your friend. Okay. Straighten these out before I get going. Yeah, I put it in my Discord, but my big lace supply order came in. So I have some new books with new patterns and some new threads to play with. So that should be fun going forward. He told me before to hide around the Situate lighthouse and spring out when he got on his knee. Stupid me. It was Facebook live stream and she saw me when I was online. Oh no! And yes, I got more pins. I got a big old box of pins. And some more bobbins. Yes, so I don't need to use the colorful head ones anymore. I am prepared now. Well, for a while anyway. Straightened out. She didn't make a big deal out of it, and she said yes on the spot. Good. You'd love to listen to this when you're on the plane. It's not a soundtrack, it's it's just a playlist of lo-fi music that this composer made, specifically just for, like, studying too. It's on YouTube and Spotify, and I think you can buy it on Bandcamp and stuff, if you wanted to. But it is really wonderful, isn't it? You are very welcome. I love sharing this music. I listen to it all the time, even when I'm not streaming. Here is a good spot. Epic the Musical soundtrack your life for the past week or two. You know, I tried to get into that. Because, like, on the surface, it totally looks like something I would be all over. And, it didn't really grab me. I was kind of surprised. Like, the way everyone was talking about it, everything I'd heard about it, I figured I'd be, like, obsessed. And it was okay. But I didn't find myself loving it. I was honestly kind of disappointed. I wanted to get in on what everybody else was getting into, but I guess it's just not for me. You sat down and watched one of the animatic compilations and the music really grabbed you. Yeah, I need to give it another try. Because maybe I just went in with my expectations too high or something. A good part of what makes Epic the Musical good for you are the animations people have done for it. Okay. You've been singing Get in the Water and Suffering at each other. Alright, I'll give it another shot. I want to like it, so hopefully that's all it takes. Split my thread. That's good. Go. You never made it through all the way, so you kind of understand me as well. Yeah. Yeah, Gwen, send me that. I'll give it a shot. See if maybe having the visual helps kind of grab me. Yeah, Gwen, put it in the Discord so everyone can check it out. You were one of the very few who wasn't forced to read the Odyssey in school, so it was also about experiencing the story too, and you're sure it would have been different if you were waiting for things to drop episodically. Yeah. That makes sense. Just to really give an example of why I really wanted to like this. I wanted to be a classics major when I was in school. I loved the ancient world and all the mythology and all of that. So this should be right up my alley. In school, so you had to translate a bunch of the Odyssey, but you have good memories of that. Cool. Yeah, I took, I think, 3 years of Latin and 2 of Ancient Greek. those were my favorite classes. My absolute favorites. We actually did a trip, the class did a trip to Greece my senior year. That was, pretty fun. And the one time I've spent any more than, like, a weekend out of the country. You said it while listening to this. You love the way older civilizations made their gods flawed beings. Yes! It's a huge departure from what religion has become, and you think that's magic. Yeah, I fully agree. I love the more ancient take on deities and all of that. And I actually would love to study, you know, when one method of viewing them kind of changed over to the other in terms of what was common. I don't know. I'm not, for all my interest in the ancient world, I'm not, like, a religion kind of knowledgeable person, so I don't know if there's a simple answer to that, but I would like to look into it because I am a nerd and I like learning. You had 6 years Latin and 4 years French, but you have to say you're shit at languages, so you can't speak or read either of them, really. Yeah, I've forgotten most of what I learned in Latin and Greek, unfortunately. The language part. I remember enough to help me with the grammar of other languages and grammar in general, but the vocabulary is gone. That's why your bloated effing pantheon is so reviled by the continent your book takes place on. That's really cool. I need a pin there. Almost forgot the pin. Drop my crochet hook. Awesome, Gwen, thank you. Aqua, you always liked the Nordic gods more than the Greek and Roman gods. I like what I've read about them too, but I'm not as familiar with them, so that's another thing that I would like to do some reading on. I did, when I was still in school before I had to quit, due to health stuff, I did do some learning on other religions and histories and mythologies, because I remember I did a couple of essays comparing ancient mythologies from cultures that would not likely have ever touched each other, but they had similar stories. Like, the Japanese mythology has a story really similar to the story of Orpheus. And I just thought that was really interesting that, like, I don't know, we come up with such similar things, such similar themes, no matter where we are and what you know, when we are, really. Humanity's just kind of humanity in the end. I thought that was pretty cool. Didn't get a lot of exposure to Norse mythology, though contemporary media has raised your interest in it. Yeah, same. You really gelled with ancient Egypt. That is such a cool thing that happens, you get the interest. Yeah. I just... Ultimately, my interest in mythology and eventually history in general was in the shared humanity of everything. You know, we, as humans, so much is so similar, even though on the surface it might look or feel so different. I don't know. I like to kind of chuckle at the fact that one of the first things that made me really click with history was, my English class had me read Hamlet. And, I had already liked some Shakespeare before that, but I was extremely depressed at the time, and reading some of Hamlet's soliloquies and stuff, I recognized my own depression and struggles in what he was saying, and for some reason that's what clicked with me. That made me go, oh, the human experience really hasn't changed all that much in these hundreds and thousands of years, has it? And so after that, I really paid more attention to history and ancient writings and mythologies, and tried to recognize myself in it, because, I don't know, that connection, I think, is really powerful and important, and I felt that it was missing in how a lot of history was being taught in my schools. Like, they taught history, they taught, you know, what happened when and who was important at what time and all of that, the basics of history, but they didn't teach the humanity of it. I remember reading the Epic of Gilgamesh and finding the same thing. And that's one of the oldest surviving written anythings that we have. And it's timeless. Being in Middle Europe in between of the two, Norse and Greek Roman, at some point you learned about both, or you were interested in both. You have no idea about any ancient Asian religions. Now you want to know more about them. Yeah, I mean, I love learning in general. I'll learn about random topics at random times, just something will catch my interest and I'll just dive in for a while. But it's been a while since I've done that with anything that wasn't, like, historical clothing. Which is where my historical interest ended up, was the, material culture. Because that, I think, is timeless, too. That throughout history, we've all needed clothing, and comfort items, and tools. sometimes also think about how close some people are to each other, or some stories depicting the same phenomenon. Some natural occurrence, for example, or a meteorite that only comes by every 100 or so years. And influential people that lived in at the same time, never knowing of each other, or even better, meeting each other. Yes! Yes, I love that too. example, it still boggles your mind how many people the late Queen Elizabeth II survived. Yeah. In that toe. I'll go back and do that. Silly. Hey Boom Raider, hey Lighthouse, how's it going? Good to see you too. And Dr. Stitches is here too! Man, everybody's coming in suddenly. He just woke up from a nap. errands this morning, finished framing your mini Leshen cross-stitch, now back to working on your big Witcher cross-stitch project. Awesome. We've got thunder. Nice. Hello, Clovet Art. It is a juicy burb. Let's see if we can shorten these. They're getting a little long. And Mushi's here too. The Borb continues. Borbus. I like that one. I love that everyone's coming in like all at once right now. Pretty awesome. I hope everyone's having a great day. Hello, Lady Mustang. Thank you. Thank you very much. And welcome in. Alright, we are past the feet. We just gotta finish this branch and those crazy leaves. See how long that takes me. This music track always reminds me of the old Tomb Raider games. Like the music in those games. I don't know if anybody else can hear it. See that you love the old games, but the new ones are your fave. Yeah, I grew up with the old games, so I'm a little bit biased, although my favorite is actually Legend. I loved Tomb Raider Legend. And Tomb Raider 3, I think, was my favorite of the old ones. Actually got into the new ones because I felt that they changed. I played the first of the latest remake, and I didn't like what they had done with Lara's character. And I've heard that she grows into the Lara that we know and love, but I had not heard that at the time. I thought we just had this new Lara, and I did not like it. Actually, no, I'm gonna just stick with my mistake here. I think it would be hard to undo, and it doesn't look that bad anyway. Yeah, and I've heard they're great games. I don't want to sound like I'm saying, oh, it was a bad game and I didn't like it. I just was so turned off by it not being, you know, Lara to me. What do I think of the Netflix show? I actually haven't seen it. I keep forgetting that it's a thing. I need to sit down and watch that. I'm really bad about watching shows. I'm like a video game and movie kind of guy. And even then, I'm bad about keeping up with movies. Mostly I just play video games. I actually haven't heard much about the Tomb Raider show, which is why I think I forgot that it was a thing. Because, like, I watched the first run of the Castlevania show on Netflix because everyone I knew was talking about it. You think it's a bit slept on, but you thought it was a fun show. I'll take a look. There's 2 seasons. Nice. Yeah, I used to really enjoy seeing different takes on Lara. Well, somewhat different takes on Lara, like going from the original games to Legend and the comic books, the old comic books from like Top Cow, which I have way too many of. Where they crossed her over with Witchblade. I thought that was fun. Kind of a darker take on Tomb Raider a lot of the time, but it kept the camp that I really liked. There was also the old Tomb Raider Reanimated series, which was did not get a lot of attention and I don't remember if people didn't like it or it just didn't get a lot of press. But it was originally going to be a new series where... I can't remember what network. Could have been the, G4 or whatever. They were going to do a series where every season they would do a different game and have different animators and artists come up with, you know, little short stories for the characters from the game. And the first one they did, and the only one they did because they didn't continue it, was Tomb Raider, and there were a whole bunch of really cool ones. Some of them were funny, some of them were serious, some of them were dark. It was a really cool little anthology. I think you can still find it on YouTube. Not in any official capacity, of course, because it's basically lost media at this point, as far as I know. But I thought it was really fun, and this was years before the current remake. Around the time of Underworld, I think. Tomb Raider Underworld, that is. Alright, we're at another branch. Let's see how I do with this one. Turn my pillow again. He's up. Hair on my lace. The perils of cat ownership. Love it. Stuff over, like I do. Coffee you made today was a tad bit strong. You're all jittery. Oh no. Let's see if I can set this up right again. Ugh, and I dropped a bobbin. That's not helpful. Double knot it. Yeah, this technique is a winner, for sure. Not the standard way to make these. It's not very elegant, but it's doing the job. Like, this is so much better than the ones I was doing before. This a little bit. Look at that. Perfect. exactly how I wanted that to come out. Heck yeah. Prettiest one I've ever made. Pretty much perfect. I am very happy now. Now I need to flip this over and go backwards. Yeah, I was dreading the leaf aspect of this project, but I am really enjoying being able to see my progress. Because it started really bad. It was not good. But now... it's pretty darn fantastic. First of all, I need to fix this pin. Hello, little Cascadia! My day's going okay, because I have found a technique that lets me not suck at these leaves. I just made the best leaf I have ever made. We're just back a little bit. Yes, a new technique. I won't be able to really show you how this one came out until we finish the pattern and take it off the pillow and flip it over. But you'll get to see me do it 2 more times. I have 2 more leaves to do. Alright, that went pretty well. Let's get this propped up again. The emote comment you left on Discord when the idea hit you, you started giggling like a child. I'm not sure I've seen it yet. Or I might just be too sleepy to remember. Was it today? You'll have to forgive my memory. Oh. I have to admit to doing a tiny clap every so often. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes it's exactly what the situation calls for. Like when the new technique came up. Excellent. That's an easy fix. I thought that looked like too big a jump. Right after you announced that the stream had started. Ah, I see. I was busy taming string. You are correct. Speaking of taming string, I just realized a lot of my bobbins are likely to run out around the same time, which means a whole lot of knots in one spot, but I don't mind it because it's on a branch, so if it shows in the final product, it just makes the branch look more natural. So I'm not gonna stress. We will just refill them as we need to. Adds more knobs. Yep, exactly. Straightening out the strings just now scratched a particular part in your brain. Yeah, I really enjoy doing that. Watching everything just kind of tidy itself. Reminds you gotta get laundry together. Oh, I'm sorry. For bed for Aqua. Okay. Have a good rest. Thank you for joining. And see you in the next one. Once it's done, you can do more random embroidery. Excellent. Nice having a project where you don't need to be perfect. Yeah, I can relate. Those stitches like paint. Man, I need to paint again. It's been a while. I have a good easel setup that I think would work for streaming. I'm not an excellent painter, but I really enjoy it, so... Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking to make money off of any of this, so... as long as I'm having fun, that's all that I care about. If you have a tube of paint, Bob Ross says you're a painter. Yep. I agree. Alright, we're at the last little leafy part of the branch. This one has 2 leaves. So how exactly do I want to go about it? Let's just give it a shot. We'll do the side leaf first. I think that'll work a little better. Setup time for the leaf. Remember watching him as a kid. Yeah. Right after him was an excited German or Russian artist. It's when the calmness of Bob Ross ended, their next painting show would hit you like a wrecking ball. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I need to set this up better. He starts the show by yelling, "Greetings!" Yeah, that's a very different vibe from good old Bob Ross. This one's not coming out as perfectly, but still better than my first several attempts. Do I remember how my name came about? Spectral Tuna? Yeah. Have you not heard the story? It's a very short story, but it makes me smile every time. Nope, okay. So, I like to eat tuna fish sandwiches. And I mean, I could stop there, but the story does go on. There was one day that I decided I wanted a tuna fish sandwich. And so I made myself one. And my cat really, really wanted my sandwich. His name is Cheddar, and he's not allowed to eat people food. So I'm sitting on the couch eating my tuna sandwich, and Cheddar is, like, all over me. And I'm not letting him have anything, because he's not allowed to have people food. And, eventually I finish my sandwich, and I go to put the plate in the kitchen, and I turn back to the living room. I'm sorry, Gwen, I'm getting hungry too. I turned back to the living room, and I saw him standing with his paws right where I had been sitting, stretched up with his nose in the air, aggressively sniffing the place where my sandwich had been, just a moment before. And Glitch and I thought that was the funniest thing, how he was, like, sniffing the memory of the tuna. And I joked that it was like the ghost of the tuna. And so we came up with the term spectral tuna. And we thought that was very funny and very clever. And then a few months later, when I was looking for a new screen name, I went through a whole bunch of different ideas, and we kept coming back to spectral tuna because it made us laugh. And I was like, no, it's too silly, but I kept coming back to it. So I decided eventually, yeah, okay, I'm spectral tuna. And that's the story. Yes, Cheddar was so desperate for my sandwich, for any scrap of fish that he could get. And he didn't get any, he just got the smell. Poor Cheddar. Let's see. Without rotating the pillow too much. So I don't want to. Yeah, poor Cheddar. He's fine, though. He doesn't need the extra food. We're very careful about how we feed our cats, and somehow he's hefty, will say. Well, we know he bullies the other cats for the leftovers of their food, which he's not allowed to do, but he does it anyway. Sometimes a cat is just hefty. Yeah. Our cat Ham has what looks like a big body. She's actually the lightest of our 3 cats, but she looks pretty chunky. She's not. She's all fluff. And she's not like a long-haired fluffy cat. She's a short hair, but she looks a lot bigger than she actually is. She's very dainty, in fact. She has teeny little feet, teeny little face, short little tail, and a big old body. At least that's what it looks like. And, yeah, that's just how she's shaped. There's nothing wrong with her. She's not overeating. She's just kind of a larger girl. And she's beautiful, too. Like, she's a very... She deserves the nickname Princess, in my opinion. Love Deli, yeah. There's my crochet hook. Almost lost it for a second. Watching a video where a new kitten was being introduced to a big adult. The owner kept calling the adult one Tall Cat. Not sure if it was a nickname or for the moment or actually name, but what a cute name idea. That is a cute name. Let's breed. What am I doing? Alright, another leaf. I'm gonna refill this bobbin. And rotate this so you can actually see what I'm doing. Tall cat, where are you? I recently went down an unexpected rabbit hole of bad music. And like, I like to think that most music is fine, it just may not be to your taste, whatever. But I discovered a band called The Shags from the 60s and 70s. They were formed in New Hampshire, and it's a long story, but basically a dad forced his girls to become a pop band because he thought that they were destined to be famous, even though they had no talent and no interest in playing music. He made them do it anyway. And there's an album that they recorded, and it's hard to listen to. As a musician myself, it is hard to listen to. But I bring it up because the song, the most popular song, I think, from their album if you can call it popular, is called My Pal Foot. And it's about their cat named Foot. Tall cat, squat mat, tiny tummy, round roads, dinner. Yep, My Pal Foot. And honestly, I think that's a really cute name for a cat. Foot. You have a fun song for me? Okay. The Sham and the Pharaohs. I couldn't spell. Okay. When I'm done with this leaf, I'm gonna make a note of that so I can look it up later. I like the artist name already. It's a song about breaking up, destroying the gifts you got, and the chorus is silly. I would have wrote you a letter, but I couldn't spell. Okay. That sounds fun. Where is my... Had a few chart toppers. One ended up in a Chipmunk movie. That's awesome. In the area of silly songs, I have a Spotify playlist called The F Word. And I'm very particular about the music that ends up on it, because obviously it has to involve the F word, but they have to have a certain sort of attitude about it. Like, if they're just swearing to be profane, it doesn't count. It has to be lighthearted or tongue-in-cheek somehow. And, let me see, how many songs do I have on it currently? I've only got 7 songs on it because I'm that particular about it. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs were a 60s Tex-Mex rock and roll band. The group was formed by lead singer Domingo Sam Zamudio in 1961 in Dallas, Texas. I just love the name. What a great artist name. Yeah, I'll put a link to the playlist in the Discord for anyone who wants to hear it. I think it's quite fun. This way. No? I'll drop a link in the Discord, and if you or anyone ever has any suggestions for songs that might fit, please do tell me. That's one of my favorite playlists that I have. Not that I listen to it a lot, just it makes me smile that it exists. You know? I would love to add to it if I found more of the right kind of music. To spell it right. The song that ended up in the Chipmunks movie was Wooly Bully. I know that song. I actually know that one. I don't remember much about it, but I know it. lives rent-free in the dark corners of a person's brain. Yeah. We're done with all the tricky parts of this pattern. Now we just finish the branch, tie it off, and take it off the pillow. Just adjust my basket here. Like that one that's just whistling. There's a track from a Japanese comedy movie that's a live-action anime adaptation called Detroit Metal City. The movie got Gene Simmons to play an American metal star with their song Fucking Palace. Which is just that word over and over again with a random chorus in the middle of it. Then ends with the main character getting in a fuck battle, just shouting the word back to each other with different cadences and deliveries. Probably doesn't belong there, but it makes me laugh. I'm gonna have to listen to that. It might fit. Because there's a song on the playlist called, Fuck the Shit. And that's basically all the lyrics are. Over and over. And it's unreasonably catchy. Let's detangle these. Kaiser Bill's Batman? I'll have to look that one up too. Might actually make it to the end of this pattern without needing to refill any more bobbins. That would be pretty cool. I Was Kaiser Bill's Batman, famously recorded by Whistling Jack Smith in 1967, is primarily an instrumental novelty song featuring whistling, electric organ, and brass. While inspired by a German army song about a soldier servant, the 1967 hit version contains no official English lyrics, relying entirely on a catchy whistled melody. I don't know it by name, but I have a feeling I do know it by melody. Whistling Jack Smith never existed? Bunch of artists got together to mock a musician they didn't like. Oh no. And they accidentally made a hit song. Incredible. I just flung a pin pretty much across the room. That'll be fun to find later. We accidentally a music needs to be an album title. That would be a great album title. Or if you want to go back to the, that old I accidentally meme, if anyone remembers that one, you could just say, I accidentally a whole album. And then requests started to come in for live performances on TV shows. Oops. The member who did all of the whistling and flung him into the spotlight. All or most of the whistling, okay. That poor guy. When your joke snowballs, yeah. When's finally done with your nails? Magnetic polishes take so much longer. Oh, I can imagine. They're so beautiful, though. Hey, I found the pin that I flung. That was lucky. It was not in my foot, it was in my chair right next to my butt. So, also almost a disaster, but narrowly averted. Magnetic iridescent 404 not found on all fingies except ring, which is a green-eyed monster. Both by Mooncat. Those sound cool. If you feel like sharing a picture in the Discord, I would love to see. Or just send it to me, whichever. I've actually been thinking about painting my own nails lately. The reason I don't is because I like to keep my nails quite short. And I used to feel that when I painted my nails in the past, having them painted a dark color, because I like dark colors for nail polish, just made my fingers look stubby. But it occurred to me recently, I don't have to paint the whole nail. And I bet I could do like just a little stripe down the middle, and it might kind of look better in my eyes. So I might try that soon. They just dropped a new collection on Friday and you can't wait to get a few. Ooh. Every now and then I see ads for Mooncat, and they look so good. You need to take better care of your nails. I'm very fortunate that my nails are fairly cooperative. I don't take care of them. I just chop them short every week or so. My cuticles, though, might be a problem if I decide to paint them. We'll see. We will see. I also wonder how well having nail polish would last when I'm playing my guitar. Because I don't use a pick with my Renaissance guitar. Just my fingies. I guess there's one way to find out. My teacher, who plays Renaissance guitar and lute and Baroque guitar and all that, he paints his nails sometimes. And they seem to survive well enough, so maybe I'd do okay. You've had good luck letting your actual nails grow into claws, but recently you've been clumsy, oh no. The shape of the nail edge can make your fingers look longer or shorter. Yeah, if I wasn't... Well, I was gonna say, if I didn't play guitar so much, I would let them grow longer, but that's not true. I hate the feeling of long nails. And when I say long, I mean long enough to have a shaped edge. It bugs me so much, always has. So, I don't really have the room to shape them. You could do picks when they clean the edges. Oh, cool. Yeah, playing music would prove a good test. I honestly was surprised when I noticed my guitar teacher wearing nail polish. Because he's performing constantly, not just teaching. I think teaching is just his side gig. And one of his primary techniques that he uses for strumming his guitars and stuff uses the back of the nails. Like, the nails themselves, the surface of them, not just the fingertips and the tip of the nails. And I'm like, that would rip up nail polish so fast. Yeah, I should ask him how he does it. Yeah, it might just be a thick enough, like, top coat or something. Yeah, the polish could help strengthen the nail or protect it. I don't honestly know. I'll have to ask him. Just a random thing. You adore the sound of someone doing a claw hammer picking style on a guitar? Yes. Such a cool sound. You need to practice more, but you own an acoustic guitar and a 5-string banjo. Oh, cool. Banjo, I feel like, is so underrated. It's such a cool instrument. Next up, my bobbins a little bit there. Yeah, there's so much potential on a banjo. Like, there's so much variation of technique. messing around, you sometimes use a thimble on your thumb. Clever. Very clever. On the banjo, not on the guitar. Yeah, I assumed it would be banjo. Although I've seen people on YouTube use some really weird things to play their guitars. But that's a content creation thing, I think. Like the people who fill their guitars with water and then play them. That's a whole thing. It does sound pretty cool, though. Have a fiddle and enough random instruments for a jug band. Heck yeah. I tried to learn violin many years ago at this point. I think I did okay, but I'm loving the guitar, Renaissance guitar, a lot more. Yeah, the water in the guitars. It's uncomfy. It's uncomfy, but it's clickbait. And it works. As clickbait, I mean. Wish you had the capacity for music. You always wanted to look into violin, but you've previously aired your grievances about your inability to read music here. Yeah, I was very fortunate to be in band when I was in middle school, so I learned to read music fairly early on. And I retained a lot of it, even after I stopped playing for a while. It wouldn't help with violin, but if you ever were interested in, like, a plucked instrument like a guitar or a ukulele, tablature is so much easier to read for a lot of people than regular music. And when I was first learning... I had to ask a fiddler you adore a question once. What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? He laughed hard, then asked, before I answer, what are your thoughts on it? I do love this question, but I want to hear what his answer was. This pattern is done. Start tying these up. Tried playing guitar, did lessons and used tabs for a long time. Still remember a few riffs. But then your little brother showed he's a prodigy in all instruments and I gave up. Oh, that sucks. He shrugged and responded, well, I once heard someone say you don't rest your beer on a violin, and the man exploded in laughter. Yeah, that would work. You were in a band program in 5th and 6th grade, but they didn't have instruments you were interested in, so you did trumpet. Yeah. I know how it can be really discouraging when you're trying something and someone else just shows you up. Whether they mean to or not, but if you were interested, I would encourage you to try again. Just as a hobbyist, don't worry about how good or not good you may or may not be. Just do it for the love of it, because you feel like doing it. That's me with my guitar, is I don't think I'm particularly good. I might be someday, and I don't exactly suck, but I'm not great. But I really enjoy it, and I love the history aspect of it. And that's enough for me. After he was done laughing, the old fiddler responded with, I've always heard it put like this, a fiddle dances and a violin sings. Yeah, that works too. You certainly got the option. Alice has a collection of basses and guitars. I think it would be cool if you gave it a shot. I mean, you have nothing to lose, especially if you already have access to the instruments. See if maybe it tickles something for you. You're right, Cascadia. It really does describe the play styles. My partner was in a band for a while, and they recruited a violinist who is a classically trained violinist. She plays in orchestras and teaches violin. And she was very new to the Ren Fair scene and the style of music that was being played there. But she's very talented and she was interested, so you know, they asked if she wanted to join and she did. And I got to watch her over time translate her violin skills to fiddle skills. And it was really, really fun watching her learn to loosen up and feel the dance style of the playing. Yeah, if you need a break from your writing, I think it can be a really nice outlet to have some music to play. You agree with the fish man? I was commenting about the fish thing on Facebook the other day, and how it's really funny. I don't like super love fish as an animal. Like, I love them, I do. But I'm not like super excited about them like I am about like crows and ravens and barn owls. And I just, when I came up with the name for Spectral Tuna and decided to go with it, I just leaned really hard into the bit. So now my channel is fish themed, my user icon is a fish. I am a fish man, apparently. It's good to exercise other creative muscles when one gets worn. Yes. That's part of why I'm happy to have so many hobbies. Because when one gets tiring, another one will be fulfilling. Also, it's nice to explore something that has nothing to do with your life. Yes. Alrighty, let's take these pins out. Somewhere this conversation is making a cat hungry. It's Cheddar. He's right downstairs, wondering why he's so hungry so soon after lunch. Oh, actually, no, it's 4. They get their afternoon snack right now. My housemate's probably feeding him. But I'm sure he wishes he was getting fish. Maybe I'll make some salmon for dinner. Cheddar's fish senses. Specifically fish conversation senses. Yeah. There goes the pins. Make salmon just to be a menace to the cat. You know, he's a menace to me all the time. I think he can handle it. We're doing pre-made lobster ravioli tonight. Alice's folks are curious and might try the butter chicken sauce leftovers on it. Wait, butter chicken sauce on lobster ravioli? I don't know how I feel about that combination. And admittedly, I hate lobster, but like, I know what it tastes like. And it's the texture that I hate about lobster, not the flavor. But like, I can't... My brain is not braining the combo. I'm curious how that turns out. Gwen is just outclassing the rest of us, food right down to the nails. Yeah, she'll do that. It's okay, though. I think it'll be really good on halibut, too. Curry on fish? I mean, I guess so. I'm boring when I eat fish. All I ever want is, like, lemon and tartar sauce. No, not at all. You're chowing down on gummy worms next to you and watching toy reviews. Not into fish? Unless it has a shell. So you're the opposite of me. If it has a shell, I cannot eat it. And it's not an allergy thing, I just... bleh. I can't. I cannot. But like... tuna, haddock, swordfish... heck yeah. Salmon... Oh, I'm hungry now. When you're an adult, you get to decide what adulthood means. So true. And so important. My household is a perfect example of we decide what adulthood means. Because we have, like, a giant 6-foot stuffed goose on our couch because it made us laugh. And it's pretty cute. And it turns out it's really cuddly and comfortable. And my partner has a stash of Gushers in the cabinet. Your birthday dinner every year is steamers and lobster. Well, you're fine with just steamers, but her folks throw lobster in with it too. Sounds like a good deal. So many Transformers toys and a million different Mimic toys or displays, including a desk mat of Freerun Beyond Journey's Ends original character caught in a Mimic as she's off to do, and other main characters staring unimpressed. I was wondering if you had something with her on it. Knowing your love of Mimics and also hers sort of tendency to find them. You have a Transformers toy of Optimus that's a collab with Monster Hunter. Perched on your lap, looming over you. That must be wicked cool, though. Collab with Monster Hunter. home is packed with old books and a wild assortment of old items. Yeah, ours is too. You've seen pictures of our parlor. Half the stuff in there, well, no, more than half of the stuff in there is vintage or antique. We have photo albums filled with Victorian photos that we've picked up. Not that we picked up the photos, we picked up the albums still full of Victorian photos. And we have a few framed photos of just random Victorian strangers that we don't even know who they are. Sitting out on tables and stuff. I don't actually know anything about Monster Hunter, except that the aesthetic is so cool. Yes, we've adopted relatives. Almost there. It's free. Let's see it. Focus. And there it is. Fat little Borb. Came out pretty okay. These leaves are twisting a little bit, but that's okay because when I'm gonna frame it and it'll be held flat, so don't need to worry about that. Yeah, you can see these ones I had the old technique and these ones I had the new technique for the leaves. Thank you guys. We got another successful little Borb. Yeah, I think it'll look great in a frame with like a nice, maybe dark green or dark blue background to really make the white stand out. I think it'll look really good. Borb supremacy, heck yeah. I don't have anything prepared to go after this, so I am gonna end the stream here. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. I don't want to raid the same people twice in a short time span. And I only see people that I've rated recently. So I think we're just gonna end it. Thank you, Gwen, for joining us. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm really, really happy to see people that keep coming back. Makes me feel like I'm doing something right. I love that. My phone is exploding. I don't know why, so I should probably check on that. But yeah, thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate all of you, and both your presence and your conversation and your support as I learn and struggle. Yeah, it is a short stream today, I'm sorry, but I started later than I meant to. And hey, it's almost 3 hours. We're at 2 hours 47 minutes. Am I planning to start uploading streams to YouTube anytime soon? Oh my gosh, I forgot to record this. I think I can download it from Twitch, so yes, I will start uploading. If not this stream, then the next one will start to be uploaded on YouTube. I need to actually put together my channel there. But thank you for reminding me. I keep completely spacing that I can just record at the same time that I'm streaming. So I will do that. And other than that, I'm gonna go torture Cheddar with some salmon. So I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day or evening. And yeah, my brain is mush, so I'm gonna just go. Bye-bye, everybody.